Live grenades and explosives just a few feet away from their front door. That's how the Chippewa of Stony Point live. Every step they take could be deadly as they try to navigate a hidden maze of underground bombs, remnants of when their land was used as a military training camp. And here we are, 22 years after an unarmed protester, Dudley George, lost his life at the hands of an OPP officer in a fight to reclaim this land. And they have it back. It's just absolutely unusable.
There's a lot of guys that hunt here. They depend on this land for their meat, you know. And so it's good hunting in here still. It's just risky.
Risky because in the hundreds of acres of forests, lakes, and even the ground surrounding the living accommodations, there are hidden dangers. Unexploded ammunition, danger, do not touch, do not remove. Signs like that appear every 100 meters or so, and the warnings are very real.
We were going to hold a unity gathering and try and get our people together. So DND went over and to do a clearance, and they found these two unexploded ordnances roughly about that far from the surface of the ground.
Live grenades forcing the Chippewa to relocate their unity ceremony, scheduled for just next week.
We couldn't even have a gathering here. Well, hopefully we will, but it's just too dangerous.
So dangerous that our every move is tracked. Base
burial ground is secure. We're gone by it now. We're about to take a quick run down by the demolition area. They were offered.
The Department of National Defense started clearing the land 2 years ago, 20 years after the federal government promised to give it back.
They could have cleaned it any time they wanted. It was totally in their hands all along.
As a result, only a handful of children live at the camp. It's just too dangerous. Development of the land can't proceed, and it's killing traditional practices.
I went for my first medicine walk when I was 6 years old.
Carol Peltier comes from a long line of healers. She still practices her craft, but she no longer gathers from her ancestral home.
I don't like gathering on Stony Point anymore because of the, you know, all the contamination, because I do believe there is much contamination there.
There's lots of medicines in here too. There's sweetgrass in here, there's sage.
Herbs that will go largely uncollected, much like the land that will sit idle until the explosives have been cleared away. So that's what all these little...
Yeah, they're all flags of targets. It's all unusable. We can't use it because it's not safe.
So far, only about 4% of the explosive property has actually been cleared, and the federal government estimates it'll take another 15 to 20 years to fully complete the job, meaning it'll be several decades before the people of Stony Point are actually able to use their land. Tomorrow, who's responsible and why the chief is ready to take this battle to court?